So when you walk into a property and immediately, I mean, it could be a beautiful property on the approach, right? All the curb appeal, all the, cuteness and the attractiveness. And when
usually that's not the case. Usually it gets worse as you walk up.
Usually it does. But you open that front door and it hits you like a box of rocks, and you're like, all right, we're gonna get something here. Right. But then you got to be really careful about those too, because they can burn you as an investor.
Yes.
But if you can go through it methodically and understand what it is that is actually creating those smells, how to mitigate those.
Get it tested for meth, get it tested for mold, snap some pictures and send it to whatever bank you're trying to negotiate with or whatever you're trying to make happen. The pictures, they really do say 1,000 words, because you can almost, different places I've negotiated, and I've negotiated with the bank to get a discount. I send out a few 4 pictures of mold and an old crack pipe and the residue all over the furniture, and they're just like, okay, what would you give us for this place? They don't want it. No. They don't want it at all.
No. So smells smell like money, right? It really is. So, and it can create those opportunities. So when you're going through a walkthrough property, you're looking for the smells. You're also looking for the cracks in the ceiling, and you're looking for the broken pipes and the water damage and the, discoloration of paint and sheetrock. And what are some of the other things you're really looking for? And Jason is a resident expert, because Jason gets to every single day as he goes through inspections, not just for his own homes, but for other homes and properties that investors and buyers are buying. Jason is a qualified, certified inspector. So what are some of the main things that you're looking for that you want to pay attention to?
So plumbing and electrical are huge. So sometimes these properties, they don't have the power on. Sometimes they don't have the water on. And we walked through one the other day, and we still had the sewer scoped, even though there was no water, just to see what kind of condition that sewer line was in. Because it seems like people stop taking care of the property. They start throwing junk all over the place. They don't clean the property. There's so many things going on with them mentally and physically that there's all sorts of problems you can unravel. And so even if you buy at auction, you may not be able to even go in the property. You may not even know what plumbing damage there is. So sometimes it can be a huge gamble. And so I always put in there, hey, if worst case scenario, if we have to put a new water line in, what's a water line cost? $10,000? Okay, then I need to get this property $10,000 less on top of what my ROI is already going to be on how much I'm going to put into it, my ARV. So negotiate all that in. If you take pictures of mold, man, I don't know how bad the mold is. I don't know where the water's coming from, because the water's not on or the electrical's not on. I don't know what kind of panel this is. There's burn marks on the wall from this plug. I don't even know if the plug works, or if I kick the power off, the place is going to burn down. So obviously it's probably not going to, but you want to create that for whoever you're negotiating with. Said, hey, this is a big risk for me. And this could be good, or it could go really bad. And so that's why you say, hey, this smells like money, because usually that means you can get it for a big discount, or the people that own it are in really bad distress and they just want out. And not that you want to take advantage of somebody in distress, but you can help them out. And sometimes we end up paying them a little bit up front to get them so they can move on. And sometimes we pay them on the back if there's a whole bunch of equity, and once we fix it up and we end up selling it, I'll give them some of that also. Just make it a win-win, because that's what it's all about.